listening to KWOU Polton 949 The Pulse. Welcome back. Here on our regularly scheduled programming, hopefully. Today, we are here with Nathaniel Ogden. Obviously, that's me. Back on our regular scheduled programming here, I'm going to talk about some movies and TV shows you may or may not heard of or may or may not have seen. Today on our show, we are here to talk about The Strangers, Prey at Night. It was recently released last week, actually. It was released last week. I saw it opening weekend. Really shocking that I actually did because I usually never see a movie opening weekend, but honestly, I'm glad I did. It was a very good one. So today with The Strangers, we are going to discuss the storyline, characters, and a lot of the original elements that I've seen in this movie. A lot of it was very original to me for seeing it for the first time, and it was very, very to see all those unfold. It was really nice. Then, as usual, towards the end, we'll talk about the local weather and our overall summary. With that being said, let's get started. So, yeah. Also, for those who have not seen it, you may be in for a spoiler alert, and I'm going to try and leave out as many of the plot details as I can. And also, a little warning, all of this is strictly my opinion, and so please don't get mad at me if you don't agree with anything I have to say. It's all my opinion, it's what I think about it. I also thought it was a really great movie. So, with that being said, let's get started. So, the story is about a family who goes off to a trailer park to see their and uncle for a family weekend before they send their daughter Kenzie off to boarding school. And, well, as the title suggests, they encounter some strangers. Really creepy looking strangers. I've never seen them wear masks like that before. Usually I'm used to Michael Myers mask or Jason Voorhees hockey mask. It's good to see something new. Really, really good to see something new. So they pretty much spend the majority of the movie trying to pretty much stay alive. That's what you're trying to do in a horror movie. And they usually work together trying to defeat them as usual. But it was very different how they did it this time. Very different than what I've seen in the past. Very different from what I've been seeing. So, that being said, let's bring on to the characters. We have mom and dad and brother and sister, Luke and Kinsey. Sorry, I can't remember the parents' names. So based on what I've seen, Kinsey, the daughter, is being sent to a boarding school, which honestly, based on the context clues I've received in the exposition, she must have done something bad. Really, I probably don't want to know anything else. Probably just ruined the character for me. But honestly, I thought Kinsey's character was amazing. Kinsey was played by Bailey Madison. This is I've seen a little bit of Bailey Madison's work. This is a character I've never seen before in earlier projects, which is probably what you hope as for an actress being able to conduct new characters like that. Her character was really, really cool in my opinion. Like she does all kinds of stuff by herself. Like I can definitely see her being Survivor in for the sequel. It can be a third Strangers. I'd love to have that happen. She is like I said, she's really tough, really rebellious. But probably for the best of ways, considering with her rebellious type, she can fight back these strangers. And there's her brother Luke. Unfortunately, I also don't know who plays him, but he was also pretty good. He's an athlete. Based on the I saw in the beginning, he's a baseball player, and he's a really supportive type. I really liked how he tried to reach out to Kinsey, and during the first act, it was really cool to see that unfold, like see that brother-sister bond. I really like seeing stuff like that. It's so cool to see work like that. It's so cool to see brother and sister bond together. probably one of the best moments of the movie, in my opinion, is just seeing those two sit and bond like that. Especially when Kenzie shows off her baseball skills by throwing a rock. I don't recall what it hit, but pretty good shot. Luke, why didn't you just let her join the team? Am I right? Well, we'll be back here on 94.9 next to discuss some of the most original elements I've actually seen in this movie. We'll be back here on KWWOP Fulton 94.9 The Pulse. This is KWWOP Fulton 94.9 The Pulse. Welcome back. So now we're going to discuss some of the most original elements of this movie. Actually, it's like I've ever seen before. This has got to be the most original slasher film I've seen in years. And wow, I've seen a lot of slasher films in my day. I mean, I've seen the original Friday the 13th, the remake of Friday the 13th, Jason X, the original Nightmare on Elm Street, and all the Halloweens. Pretty good basis of what a slasher film can bring in, but this one is one of the most original that I've ever seen. Like, for instance, for starters, they do stalk them, like usual, but it's in a different way. Like, when they're in the trailer, when they turn around and see Dollface, it was a different reaction to what they would typically do. No, typically they would scream and run the other way, but instead they just stare at her and have a long stare down, and she just starts pursuing them with a kitchen knife. But it was really different to see that happening. And another thing I'd never seen before was the way how they're in a pair of three. Typically, in a slasher film, you would see one. Oh, this one's different. It's three. It was really cool to see that, and another brilliant example of the originality is at one point when their dad crashes the car. Sorry for spoilers again, but back where I was, back when he crashed the car, the man in the mask just walks into the car. There's no jump scare music. There's no jump scares, period. He just opens the door, just sit next to him, and then he just turns on the radio and just sits next to him and just another stare down. It's really creepy seeing that happen like that. Like typically I usually see stuff happen quick and fast, but obviously, same word. Sorry. So quick, like you don't even see a good grip of what happened. It was so original for that to happen, and this is also like probably the first one where the killers are mortal, in a word. So we actually see them die, but it's very original to what they're doing, like especially their motive. Like this is the best motive I have seen for a killer in years. It was so cool. Like at one point, Kenzie was reveals Dollface's real face, and she asks like, "Why are you doing this?" And she just replies, "Why not?" See that coming? I was expecting like the typical revenge story or you invaded my property kind of deal, but no, why not? Like when I saw that, I was just like, that is the best thing I've ever seen. That is so awesome. Yeah, it was really cool to see all of this new stuff. I was really happy to see not the same thing. Like I saw new things. So cool to see all that. Like I've never seen someone get stabbed in a pool before, like Luke did, but still, it was really cool to see that all that unfilled and unravel. Like it was a really neat experience to see. Like never seen anything like this before in a long time. Like really got my vote for horror movie of the year. Really really nice to see all this unfold and everything. So, the originality was probably my favorite part about seeing this. It's love seeing new things and seeing original content. It makes the movie good, to my opinion. It's like, really, I'm all for originality. It's so cool to see all of this new stuff. I really like that. That's probably my favorite part about seeing that. Is all of that. We'll be back here on KWWOP Fulton 949 The Pulse here with a discussion of the action sequences. We'll be back here on KWWOP Fulton 949 The Pulse. Welcome back to KWWOP Fulton 949 The Pulse. And now we are here to discuss some of the action sequences of the movie. Honestly, all the action sequences were pretty good. Like, for example, there's this one shot where Kenzie's character jumping off the roof of one of the trailer homes. I thought that was actually pretty cool. With all that physical action going on, it's kind of cool to see that unfold, and nice to see all the action sequences unfold. One of the things that actually caught me by surprise was the fact that at one moment, I don't know which one of the three it was, but one of those guys threw something at their car, and his dad like crashed into one of the porches of one of the trailers, which, like I said, that caught me by surprise. I don't know if I actually did or not. I wasn't paying attention, but I think I almost jumped out of my seat when that happened. Oh boy, like, some of those scenes, like, I could really feel the agony of their pain, like, so uncomfortable. I'm pretty sure when their dad wrecked their car, pretty sure one of the fence planks impaled him straight through the front of the car. Like, he was stuck. I could really feel his pain when he was trying to get out of it. Like, very, very painful by the looks of it. Oh, I can imagine how that could feel in real life, honestly. Another action sequence is when Luke fights the man in the mask in a pool after killing a pinup girl. Really, that was one of the best underwater sequences I've seen. I liked how it switched back and forth between underwater and above water, and really, very nice to see that occur. And like I said before, Luke got stabbed in the back in the pool. Just seeing him swim around, just boing like that, it's, oh god, I feel the agony in that one too. Like, I was really feeling that moment for him. Like, I was just like, oh, poor guy. I can't even imagine all the misery he's going through right now. But I really didn't expect to see Kenzie even come in there to his rescue. I thought for sure they would have swam to the wedge himself and try and get out of the pool. But it's actually nice that she helped him. Like I said, I like that brother-sister bond. And another one of the scenes that really surprised me was one point where Kenzie meets up with Dollface. She's in the squad car of one of the policemen. Boy, she gets a hold of his shotgun that's mounted in the car, and the bullet was so powerful it actually shot her out of the car. I was just like, what kind of bullets is he using? Or shells in this case, but still, what kind is he using? I couldn't help laugh, but I also was amazed with how that was shot. So, I wonder how did he get that? Like, how many shots it would have taken just to get that one scene in. So, really amazing for that to happen. And another, this is probably my favorite sequence of the whole film, is just when Kenzie meets up with Man in the Mask, and some of the gasoline pours out of the police car. She uses a lighter to blow up both of their vehicles, blows up the police car and the truck, and eventually he survives, which didn't really expect. I thought for sure that explosion would kill him. That when he was driving, when during that pursuit scene, I was looking at it, I was just like, seriously, how did you not die? Then we eventually reach the bridge, and he's just walking towards her, and it just collapses. I'm like, okay, now he's dead. And I was wrong. Kenzie finds a mom with her son, tries to get help. Still alive. I was just like, how are you not dead yet? I'm like, there must be a stuff as Jason Voorhees, because honestly, this is really new. And then Kenzie it takes a baseball bat to his head, and then he falls on the road and finally snaps his neck. I'm like, finally! Finally, justice is served to you. Well, that was my favorite action sequence of the whole film. People may ask, what makes this movie scary? Well, some people may say it's the killers, the atmosphere, and probably the disturbing images is what makes it scary, and all the jump scares. Honestly, that's not what I think. What I believe that makes it scary. To me, what makes it scary is how real it is. This isn't anything like Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, or Halloween. They're not supernatural. They're human like us. This is something that could actually happen in real life. It's how real this can be is what actually scares us. It's what scared me. That I was pretty sure I was pretty much looking behind my back, making sure no one was following me. I was on my way back to my car when I got let out. Like I said, that's what really makes this movie scary. It's probably why I think it's one of the best scary movies I've ever seen. It's really, really high on my list. In fact, we'll get back to that here on KWLP Fulton 949 The Pulse as we discuss the closing remarks. We'll be right back. This is KWLP Fulton 949 The Pulse. Welcome back. And overall, like I said before, Prey at Night is gotta be the best horror movie I've seen in years. To my opinion, it's the best horror movie I've seen since The Conjuring. And I didn't quite beat The Conjuring on my list, but still, it was a really good movie for me to see. It was so good. I have to say, I'm proud to say it's second on my list for best horror movies. It's proud to say it's second. I really liked it. I really loved seeing it. And typically, it's really hard for a movie to scare me. And I've seen so many, and I know how it works. This one actually did the trick. It was new. It seemed real. It felt real. So it did the trick. I looked down at my hands. I saw my hands were trembling. And I was like, wow, I am actually scared. This is awesome. It was so great to see. I love to see Mary Madison back in action. It was nice to see her back on the big screen. I have to say, I'm really happy that she did this project. It was probably really like that she did this. I loved seeing that, knowing the fact that this is honestly the first movie I've seen opening weekend. It was a movie I've been anticipating since October. I was really happy to see it. It was awesome. It really scared me. I'm proud to say it's second on my list for best horror movies. And now for the local weather. Today was a high of close to around 71 with around 15-mile-an-hour winds. Pretty warm for early March, although it's warmer than what it has been for a few days or weeks in our case. But tonight we are expecting some clouds to roll in, a little breezy, and tomorrow to be around high in the upper 40s to lower 50s with 15 to 20 mile an hour winds. Chance of rain around 90%. Chance of rain and thunderstorms to be exact. Then, and for the weekend forecast, Saturday, cloudy with a high of 49. And then we roll into Sunday, which is partly cloudy with a high around 60. Hopefully, we can see this weather turn up warmer soon, because I would love to see the spring weather roll in. Yet again, this is Missouri. What do you expect? It changes really rapidly. It's been a great evening with you all. Hope we see you all next week, as next week we discuss the little kiddie show I watched when I was a kid, Blue's Clues. See you again next week on KWLP Fulton 949 The Pulse.